Welcome back everyone, I really hope you're all doing well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Hannah, also known as Tropical Plant Addict, and today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I really enjoy watching these kind of videos on YouTube myself, they're quite popular, so I thought I'd have a go myself. So my video today is assumptions about me. Last week I put out a story on Instagram asking your assumptions about me, and there's some quite interesting ones. So where shall I start? You are a very organised, meticulous person. Yes, I would consider myself to be organised and quite meticulous. I love a clean and organised home, everything's got its place, and I tend to feel like I'm not that motivated to do my work unless the house is clean and in order. So I try to be an organised person as much as I can. The next one says, super OCD person. Yes, probably. The next one says that you are a reserved person who is also level-headed. Yes, I would say this is true. I would consider myself to be reserved, although after a few cocktails, maybe not quite so much. I had a few of these. You are shy. Yes and no. I would say I'm quite shy on camera, actually very shy on camera. And I'm quite shy with people I don't really know. But once you get to know me, I would say I'm quite a different person around people. So it just depends on the circumstances. You do a lot of research before investing. Yes, I would definitely say this is true. If I'm looking at buying something, especially if it's something expensive, I love to do my research on it, and I quite enjoy researching for hours on end, looking at different products and comparing prices, things like that. Although I do tend to stay off my laptop a bit these days because my hands get really sore when I'm using the laptop. So I don't research as much as I used to. Hence why I don't really do that many kind of informative videos these days, because they do require a lot of research and my hands just cannot take it, I'm afraid. You'd be fun to hang out with. Well, of course. Domestic goddess. That you work too hard and don't take a break. Thanks, Zahir. I think actually that appeals to you more than me. Yes, that is true. When I'm not cosmetic tattooing, I'm kind of planning videos or filming, editing, gardening, doing the housework. I'm always busy. I don't tend to just sit down and relax that often, although in the evenings I do tend to switch off and watch a bit of Netflix, but generally in the daytime I like to keep busy. I had a few similar assumptions saying that I'm rich. I wouldn't consider myself rich, I would say I'm comfortable. So I've got 32 years left on my mortgage, which takes that up to age 70. So if I was rich, I definitely wouldn't have 32 years left on my mortgage, that's for sure. So something kind of similar, you have a lot of free time, which you have worked hard for, or you are money blessed. I do actually work part-time now doing the cosmetic tattooing, because a couple of years ago I started having problems with my hands. I don't actually have a proper diagnosis for my hands. All I've got from many tests over the years is that I've got inflammation around my joints and they don't know why. So I did have to cut down to part-time tattooing. So on my days off, which are usually Tuesday and Thursday, I will film and edit for YouTube, and sometimes I'll try and fit that all into one day so that I can actually have one day off in the week. But yeah, I wouldn't say I've got lots of free time. I do tend to use my time quite wisely, and I am quite a busy person. I don't like to just sit around doing nothing. I like to keep busy and active. But before I switched to part-time, I was working 5 days a week and every other weekend. So to be honest, I think I deserve to work part-time because I worked so hard to buy this house. And yeah, since I moved into this house, that's when I started having problems with my hands. So I have cut down my workload. I actually love working part-time and from home as well. So I do feel really happy that I am able to do that. You don't use profanity. Not often, but yes I do, mainly at my laptop actually. It drives me absolutely mental. I nearly threw it out the window the other day. The next one says that they think I'm a cat person. I do love cats. But as you can hear in the background, I have birds, so I don't think cats and birds mix very well together, but I really do actually love cats. I wouldn't mind a cat one day. I've also had a few of these saying that I'm an introvert, which is kind of true. I'm generally quite quiet and reserved, and I enjoy my own company, but on the other hand, I love to entertain. So every year I have my annual kind of Halloween party, I have a Christmas party, I do something in the summer, a few times actually. Plus I usually host a few of my friends' birthday parties as well. I've always loved entertaining and I love seeing my friends. But yes, I am quite a quiet and kind of more reserved person, unless I've had a few drinks, like I said before. But I don't tend to drink much these days, to be honest. Probably more in the summer, have a nice cocktail out in the bar, in the garden, or actually mulled wine at Christmas, I don't mind either. That your life is a fairy tale and you're absolutely perfect. I'll take that. You are super sweet. Next one is, you're big into horoscopes. I wouldn't say I'm big into horoscopes, but I do find it quite interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm massively into horoscopes. I'm an Aries, by the way, for anyone that's interested. Crazy rich plant lady. Well, we've already covered this one. Definitely not rich, but I am comfortable. Depends what you consider as rich, to be honest. I feel rich in the sense that I've got my own house, I've got good friends and family, and I've got my pets and my plants, and I've got a YouTube channel and a job that I love. In that sense, yes, I do feel like I'm rich and I'm very happy. Your partner isn't keen on your plants. Don't know actually. I don't think he minds them, to be honest. And he actually seems really proud of what I've done with my YouTube channel, so he's not interested in plants himself. He actually uses the spare room as a little office, and that's the only room that doesn't have any plants in it. I might try sneaking some in one day. You studied art at school, you've got a really good eye for detail indoors and out, and that's from Tropical Tribe, who's also another YouTuber. Check his channel out if you haven't already. He does like tropical gardening in the UK. Yes, I did study art at school. I got an A, and then I went on to do an art course at college, and then at university I did a course called model design, which is kind of a mixture of architectural model making, illustration, product design, sculpture, a bit of everything. And then, yeah, I did go on to have quite a few creative jobs as well. My first job out of university was actually sculpting Disney models, so it was such a fun job. And I've had quite a lot of creative jobs over the years, plus I kind of paint and make creative things in my spare time. So yes, definitely a creative person. Thanks for noticing my eye for detail. Someone thinks I'm a vegetarian. I'm not a vegetarian, although I don't really eat much meat. I have been a vegetarian in the past, but didn't last for too long. You've been to Bali or want to go? It's a bit random. Yes, I have been to Bali actually. When I lived out in Australia, I took a trip over to Bali with one of my friends and we had a brilliant week. It was a really beautiful place, although very hectic and busy. I quite enjoyed trekking up into the mountains where it was a bit quieter and we could see the wildlife and all the scenery, but yeah, it was a brilliant holiday. Your favourite plant is the Fittonia? Nope. My favourite plant right now, it's very difficult to just choose one plant. I always get asked what's my favourite plant and it's so hard just to choose one, so let me try and narrow it down to maybe 5. I'm loving the Gloriosum at the moment. I just love its beautiful heart-shaped big leaves. I've got one just sitting right in front of me, which I'm looking at now. It started off with 1 leaf and now it's got 3 and it's got another on the way, and I just absolutely love it. It's so beautiful. What else? Definitely the Alocasia cuprea. I have got a smallish one upstairs in my office that I've had for a while and it's gone absolutely mad and I absolutely love it. So I ended up picking up a giant one from the local garden centre. Not something you see very often in the garden centres. And I saw it and I was like, wow, that is unreal. I'll attach a picture of me holding it so you can see how big it is. It's absolutely huge. I haven't actually had it very long, but it has grown 3 new leaves and a flower in the time I have had it, so it must be happy. It's quite funny, somebody replied to my Instagram story saying, oh, I really wish I had your job, it's my dream job. I replied saying, did you realise that I'm a cosmetic tattooist? And they were like, no, I'm so sorry. I thought you just looked after plants all day. I was like, yeah, no. I thought it was quite funny as they assumed that I just look after plants all day. But no, I am a cosmetic tattooist alongside being a YouTuber. Another similar one saying they think I'm camera shy. That was from Plant Life in the Tropics, who's also another YouTuber. Yes, very camera shy. Even though I've been doing this for 2 years, I still don't feel confident in front of the camera. Although if I look back at my old videos, I'm hoping that I would see some improvement from when I first started. But yep, still camera shy, still working on it. Hopefully one day I'll feel a bit more confident. But yeah, a lot of people say, oh, I look miserable, or I need to smile more, things like that on camera. And it's literally because I am terrified of being on camera. I'm much better behind the camera, like when I'm doing my tours and filming all my lovely plants. I prefer to be behind the camera, but obviously I've got to make an appearance now and again. So yes, I am very camera shy, and I apologise if you think I'm miserable. I'm not, I'm just very camera shy. I just wanted to say thanks very much for your assumptions. I haven't read them all out, I've just read some of my favourite ones. Oh, actually, I've missed one out that was a bit interesting. They said something like, they assumed I was a serial killer with my stare. Thanks for that. Yes, I know I have intense eyes. I get comments on my eyes all the time, but definitely not a serial killer. I had loads of lovely comments and messages come through. They were more like statements and thank you messages rather than assumptions. So thank you very much for all your messages. I really do appreciate your support and your kindness. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like me to do more videos like this, let me know in the comments. I know it's something a little bit different, but I really enjoy watching videos like this, and hope everyone's well and taking care of themselves. We're back in lockdown here in the UK again, so yep, got some more time off work at the moment, so I'm going to be watching a lot of Netflix and taking lots of pictures of my plants. I'll just try and make the best of it like I did with the last lockdown. I'll also get to hang out with my birds all day, which will be fun. Although not many of you know this, but since I came back from Australia back in February, which was ages ago now, Marvin, my green-cheeked conure, has been a bit of a pain. He was obviously very disappointed that I went away on holiday, and he has held a grudge for all these months, and he's still a bit funny with me, hence why you haven't seen him in a lot of my videos. I also read up that it can be a hormonal thing as well, so it could last up to a year. So yeah, sometimes he's really nice, and then other days he can be really aggressive and he'll like try and attack me and things like that. So yeah, he's definitely holding a grudge. But as I said, sometimes he's fine. At least we're coming up to the festive season, which is one of my favourite times of the year. I actually love kind of October to December. They are some of my favourite months of the year, apart from summer. I just got myself a new Christmas tree, which is quite exciting. It's a realistic one. So I'm looking forward to putting that up in a few weeks, and I might video it for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you've got any questions, please leave them below in the comments. Thanks again, take care, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.